Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemore, the dad in DPS, and today we're going to be using the Cremator, which I have aptly named Escanor, because people says he's nerfed. But
who decided that?
Now, Escanor is a mutant's VATS hit chance, faster movement speed while aiming Cremator. And what we've got on there is the heavy barrel, the huge propellant tank, and the slow burning tank. Now, I'm going to show that this weapon can still deal some major damage and kill enemies relatively easily. And as usual, here is the build that we're currently using in order to use this weapon. Obviously take a screenshot, pause the video, we're not going to linger on here too long. So let's see how this nerfed Cremator does. What we'll do is we'll try and get a body shot on this super mutant that... bloody hell there. We'll try and get a body shot on this super mutant that's right here. So let's go and bang. So we got a big body shot in there. He pretty much immediately died. Now, you're seeing the actual real thing here. So we fired the Cremator into the enemies. And slowly but surely, everybody burns to death. Look at that ticking damage. Just look at it. As I look at him, he is ticking down, he's dying. This is the thing about the Cremator now. What you're going to want to do is get that burn damage on enemies. This is where most of your damage is going to come in. And the reality is, it's still quite a lot of damage. Now, if we get a headshot, 989. 989 on a headshot. That wasn't even a crit. Like, crit, you bugger. 1,000. Like, we are doing insane damage with this thing if we get the headshots in. So, I just don't feel like it's nerfed at all. And when it comes to the ticking damage, it's some insane stuff. I mean, let's see if we can find an enemy that I can just barely graze with like a butt's cheek worth of fire and see how it does against them. Now, this is a vicious super mutant hound. We'll try and get it to not run away from... Get back here. Get back here, you turd. Right, we've got a bunch of them. So let's fire that over there. Barely hit this guy. This is a legendary, might I add. Now look at this. Look at him ticking down. I grazed him. I grazed him with a freaking shot from this. And look at that ticking damage. It's just going insane. It's a huge amount of damage. It's just applying it in a different way. Enemies die. They just die slower. Now, obviously using it on regular super mutants isn't enough of a test. We're going to use it on Jeff. And Jeff being a big old glowing behemoth, he is tanky as all hell. So what happens when we use it on him? Now you're seeing that ticking damage is taking him down, so that's one shot. And we'll wait until it stops ticking, just to give you an idea of how many shots it takes to take down a super behemoth. Granted, this is not a fast method, but we're just trying to give you an idea of how much damage this thing actually technically does. And in a long drawn out fight, this is actually going to be ticking down like things like Scorch Beast Queen, Earl, a lot. Like, it's a lot more damage than you think it is. So that's the third shot into him. And he is taking some great damage. Now, what we're going to do is try and get a headshot on him to finish this off. 730. Like, it was killing him in 4 shots before this with the multi-shot barrel. I don't see the real difference, if I'm honest. It is still doing insane damage. So, as with everything, we go and test this baby on some Mirelurks. Now, again, just grazing them and watch them die. We've got a Mirelurk Beat King here. Blast him in the face. And we'll just let him sort of melt as he goes. Make sure we don't die to the shit ourselves. And there he goes, dead. This is the kind of power of this weapon. It's a kind of case of you fire it into enemies and then you sort of forget they exist for a little while. You don't need to be pumping damage into them constantly. It is a case of fire and get away from them. Let the tick take them down a little bit. And against bigger enemies like this, yeah, obviously they've got a bigger HP pool, and it would be great if I hit the enemy. But you're seeing, like, that's, what, 3 hits that I've landed on it? And this is a level 100 Mirelurk Queen that we've got here. And we're still doing decent damage to her. We're not, like, struggling to kill her. And on top of that, I'm not, like, spamming shots into her, because if I was, we would obviously be doing a lot more damage than we're doing. But the tick is the thing that I need to reiterate. The ticking dot that she's getting on her is the main source of damage. It's just a case of you need to... What the hell did that explode on? There we go. Got her there. So you just let her basically melt slowly. You know, just fire it in, melt them slowly. And this is where this weapon's strength's going to come in. It's going to be this slow burn dot. So the weapon isn't so much nerfed as it's just not, like, instantly gratifying as it was before. Like, she's going down. She's dying. As is everything else. It just takes a little bit more time. So, with any video involving weapons, I always end with basically this. And you're seeing, like, first guy, completely and utterly obliterated. And this is the thing about this weapon. It is going to still kill things. It's just not killing it at the speed it was before. And in some cases, it still is. Like, these guys are getting completely wiped from existence by just pointing it in the direction a lot of the time. The burning damage is far more powerful than people give it credit for. Like, literally, things just instantly evaporate. And then when it comes to ammo, you're getting ridiculous amounts back. Like, legitimately, the weapon is changed. It's not nerfed. This is the fundamental thing I need to stress to everybody here. This weapon is not weaker. It is just functioning in a different manner. It's functioning more like something that actually burns things now, opposed to just a grenade launcher. Because that's all it was in the previous patch. It was just a glorified grenade launcher. Now it's something more akin to a napalm launcher. It fires out fire, and then it slowly burns them. But the damage is still there. It's still doing a lot of damage in a short amount of time. It's just not quite in the same way as it would be on a regular weapon. It's going to get some getting used to. That is all I'm going to say about it. But when it comes to all the boxes that I need to tick about, is this weapon good? It is. It's still fantastic. It's still working incredibly well. And if you're using it in the method that I'm using it, then you're going to find a lot of success. I mean, the actual things you're seeing don't lie. I'm not even landing direct hits on half of these things, and they are dying. Like, the burn is ridiculously powerful on this thing. So yeah, the Cremator is not the same as it was, but it is still a very viable and powerful weapon. It is going to annihilate just about any regular mob in the game, and it will kill the big mobs, albeit just that little bit of a methodical and slow burn. Either way, I still enjoy it. And if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time in the wasteland.
Through the dark, moonlight's dimly shining, a shadow creeping. Feel your hearts entwining.